This is Cool Japan, and today we're going to take a look at the amazing Yamaguchi powered by Revoltech War Machine figure. This is number 16 in the series, and it looks really awesome. It just released today, and yeah, anyway, let's take a look at the box. So, as you can see in the front, it's got a nice photo of him, and on the side, you've got comic book style stuff. On the other side, you got some more cool shots. And on the back, you can see a bunch of stuff. It's all in that nice, the amazing Yamaguchi style of box where they just put a ton of info on it. You get a bunch of nice shots on it, and also it goes through the accessories, which this figure comes with a ton of accessories. It comes with more stuff than you can actually put on the figure, I think. I mean, it comes with these 4 machine guns, these 4 Gatling guns, these 4 pairs of missiles. It's got splayed out hands and flying hands, or saluting hands. It comes with these 4 sets of 4 missiles, and these extra parts for the machinery and stuff. And you've got 6 of these blast effects. So he does come with a ton of stuff, and you've got a ton of options. You can just put them on his arms or on his back, or you can double up and put 2 submachine guns on one piece, or you can put on, you can just do so much stuff with this figure, and it's crazy, really. And yeah, you can put 2 missiles like that. So he's shooting like 4 missiles like that. It looks really nice. And he just comes with a ton of stuff. You can look at him right here. I did put on the 4 missiles like that on his back. He has a submachine, like a mini Gatling gun. He also has one on his shoulder and some missiles on his legs and back. You can just put so much stuff, and there's so much stuff that you can do with this figure. It's pretty crazy. So anyway, let's take a closer look at the accessories. So first up, let's take a look at the machine guns that it comes with. It comes with these 4 machine guns, and they basically look like the front part of a bigger gun. And they're very simple, but they look really nice. They have these 2 holes for the pegs. You can put a revo joint and basically put it wherever you want on the figure. The default location, however, is on the bottom of his forearm. It's got these 2 pegs coming out, and you can just put in the gun like that, which is really simple, and it does look pretty cool. So that's where I guess most people will put it, but you can also put it on one of the machine arms and stick it onto his leg, or even put a revo joint right there to have it popping out of his calf, or you can put it on his back somewhere. So yeah, these are very simple guns, but they are really cool. Next up, let's take a look at the 4 Gatling guns it comes with. They don't actually move or spin around at all, but they do look very nice. You got all these holes for the bullets to fly out of, and each one does come with a revo joint right there. And one thing I noticed about this figure is that the revo joints do pop off very easily. I mean, they're not going to fall off on their own, but it doesn't take much force to pull them out, which is very, very nice, because the Iron Man figure or any other Revoltech figure, they were pretty tight, and it's hard to put them in or take them out of the figures. You would always struggle. But with this figure, it's very easy to put in. Like every hole, it just slides in very easily. They're easy to take out on the back as well. Each hole is it's very easy to put on the accessories and whatever you want. So that's very, very nice. And yeah, they're not loose, but they're tight enough to the point where it's not going to move on its own, even with a little bit of weight. But they are very easy to pop out, which is nice. But anyway, let's get back to the gun. They do come with each Revolute joint, like a mini Revolute joint. And right out of the package, they are oriented in this way. But you do have the option of pulling out these cartridges. I think it's a cartridge. You pull them out like that, and then you take out the Revolute joint and put it on the other side. So basically, you can have them oriented in the opposite direction. So if you want one gun on this side, you can have another gun on the other side with the bullets going the other way, which is a nice addition, and it's a nice afterthought for this accessory. Next up, let's take a look at the 4 pairs of missiles that you get. They look like this. They're very simple, nicely painted little missiles. And what you can do with these is you can do a few things. You can put them on a Revolute joint and basically put them on wherever you want. And again, the Revolute joints do come on very easily, so it takes no effort to do that. You can put this on his legs or his arms or his back, or you can connect them to one of the longer machine pieces, I guess, or machine arm, I guess is what you would call it. You can snap them on here and then put this on his back to have like a moving arm of missiles. Or you can do, what you can do is get one of these pegs, and it comes, the figure comes with, I think it came with like 4 of these. You can put them on like that, or if you wanted to use them for something else, you could just put 1. I like to put 2, and then I put them on the wrong side. You can put them on here and connect them with another missile, and you've got 4 missiles like that. So it's pretty cool. You just get a lot of options. Or I guess you would put on the short side and then put it like that and there. And then again, you can connect this to one of the arms and have like some kind of missile system. You could put it on War Machine's back. And all of these accessories come on very easily. I've said that a couple of times, but it's just so nice. And so there, you can have it on his back like that. And what I like to do is get 2 of these machine arms and connect 2 of these, so you get a little bit more range and motion. You can put them in a whole bunch of different places. You can do so much with this figure and the accessories it comes with. Anyway, let's take a look at the 4 mini missiles that he comes with. They are very simple. I mean, it looks like this, and you can stick them on wherever you want. Or if you wanted to, you could take out the Revolute joint, stick it in there, and then connect it to another piece. So you have like that. Looks really nice, and also you could stick on another Revolute joint and put him on his shoulder like that, or have him popping around behind his back like that, or just stick it onto his leg like that, and it'll look really nice. You can just do whatever you want with them. You get a ton of different options, and you could put like 1 there, and it'll be easier to put in another Revolute joint here. Yeah. Nice looking set of missiles. Next up, you get a bunch of these mechanical arm things. You get 8 of them. And this is where you can get really creative and just do, like, make some crazy arms and stuff on your figure. So you can connect 2 of them like that, and it looks nice because, oh wait, I put it the wrong way. Oh no, you can put it like that, and then you can kind of stack them up against each other, and then you pull out, and you can connect it to a Gatling gun or whatever you want. You can connect the Gatling gun like so. It's very easy, it pops on very easily, and just do whatever you want with it. You can stick it on War Machine's back, like right there, and then that'll give you this nice moving Gatling gun. You can pose it however you like. Moves around, goes onto his other side. So it just, it rests on his shoulder, or you can lift up his arm and put it like that, like next to his waist. This is kind of close up, but I will get some better shots. But yeah, basically you can use these arms to do whatever you want with that, like the tons of accessories that he comes with. You can connect them to missiles and machine guns and miniguns. You can just do whatever you want, and it's really nice. It is a little bit overwhelming because it does take time to think of what you want to do with it, but it is fun. And with the parts being so easily connected, it's pain-free. And usually these amazing Yamaguchi figures tend to hurt your fingers once you start putting in accessories and stuff, but these are very easy to put on and take off, so that's great. Next up we have these 6 blast effects, which are really nice. They're transparent and they fade into orange, which look really nice. And I think you got these with Iron Man as well, except his were blue. War Machine's are orange. They both look really nice, and what these do is they port on to the bottom of his feet, so you can make it look like he has some jets flying from his feet, or you can put them onto his splayed out hands, so it looks like he is shooting this little blast from his palm, which is pretty cool. Or you can just get creative and put these wherever you want. They're very versatile and they look really cool. Next up, we're going to take a look at his hands. He comes with these 2 splayed out hands, which I mentioned earlier. You can put on this blast effect and make it look like he's shooting something from his palm, which looks really nice. They both have the peg holes, so you can put those in there. And we've got these flying hands or saluting hands. These also have the peg hole, so you can put this in, make it look like he's flying or balancing himself, or shooting out a blast again. Or you could just keep him out and have him salute. Very nice. And right out of the package, he does come with these fisted hands. These have that part painted silver, which is nice. You can't peg anything in there. These ones you can. Okay. And the last part of the accessories that I'll talk about are these extra Revo joints. You get a ton of them. I think there's maybe like 10 or 12 of them there. You also get these parts, which I mentioned before. You can use these to connect the missiles or connect to guns, or connect any of the parts together. If you don't want to use the Revo joint and have a gap between the accessories, you can use that, which closes up the gap. Makes it look really nice. You also have this Revo joint remover, and for the most part you don't really need this. You don't need it for the accessories, which is what you would use them for anyway, but there's no point in using that. I think maybe you can use these for the main joints, like the bigger joints, but these don't pop off easily at all. They're in there pretty firm. I've been messing around with this figure and his arm hasn't popped off even once, so that's really nice. And the last final accessory he comes with is the standard Revo stand, which it's nice because you would want War Machine to fly around. He does come with a stand to let you do that. Alright, so we went through all the accessories. Let's take a look at the figure, the paint, and the sculpt work, and the articulation. Right, so now let's take a look at the paint and sculpt and all the detail work. First off, let's look at the height. He is a little bit taller than the Iron Man, and overall he is thicker. Like his legs and his arms and his head is a little bit bigger. He just looks bigger and bulkier than Iron Man. And one thing, the first thing that I noticed from this figure is the matte finish. There's a matte finish over the entire figure, the black and silvers and the red. He does kind of look like a Marvel Legends, like a cheaper figure because of the matte finish, but it still looks really awesome. Let's take a close-up at the face. Looks really good. Torso, and these little things are they're on a joint, which lets you move around the shoulder armor around, giving you articulation. Arms look really nice. I'm not sure which parts are painted. I think it's mostly the silver parts that are painted, and everything else is just the black plastic or gunmetal colored plastic. We've got these huge gauntlets on his hands, and these like boxing glove type punching things. These do also come off, and you can put on the missiles or a Gatling gun or whatever you want. His stomach looks really nice with this like plated metal. His back doesn't have any of the shoulder plates that most figures in the Yamaguchi line have. He's just got this backpack on it. Legs look really nice and thick. Yeah, and overall he just looks really bulky and awesome. So let's take a look at the articulation. His head can look up that much, can look down that much, and again these shoulder things have the joint at the end, so it lets you articulate the shoulders in. He does have this butterfly joint, and it does go all the way to that core. That allows him to put his arm all the way across his face. He could block. It's really nice. The only minor gripe that I have with this figure is these ball joints. They are very visible, and there's nothing you can do to actually hide it. He does have these shoulder caps, which helps, but there is no way to cover the entire thing. So you'll always be able to see a bit of the ball joint, but most of the time it doesn't really bother you. It doesn't really bother me, but it is one of the gripes that I have. I wish this could have gone a little bit more, which would have been nice. But the shoulders are pretty well articulated. It's on a double ball joint, and his arms can go up that much. If you turn them around, you can go all the way up, except you have the joint, you can kind of cover it up like that. Looks pretty nice. And his elbows are on a hinge. I mean, it's on a Revolute joint. You can go a little bit more than 90 degrees. A little bit more. And the way they made it looks really nice. It doesn't look bad. I mean, there's this huge gap, but it is ignorable because he is like kind of like a robot type of figure. So it doesn't look bad at all. And his hands are on a ball hinge, same as all the other figures. He can crunch quite a bit, about that much. He can look straight down. He can arch his back a good deal too, which is great for War Machine. It'll help you get some flying poses or whatever you want. Very nice. His crotch piece is floating like most of the figures are. You can get splits. There's a cut on the calf, which looks like that. Overall, it works pretty nicely. You can get him to kick out like that, and kind of crunch him, put his arms, give him a good kick. You can bend his knees about that much, and when you bend his knees you can cover up the hole a little bit with the kneecap joint. It doesn't go all the way, but again, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look as gappy as some figures do. I think it looks fine. And there is another joint on the shins, which lets you articulate his leg a little bit more. So you can bend it back and put it out. It looks weird when he's standing like that, but it is useful to kind of balance the figure out when he's standing. And what else does he have? He has regular ankles, and the toe joint is done pretty well because it lines up with the sculpt of the foot. And it looks like how a robot would kind of bend their toes. It's pretty cool. I like how they did that. So yeah, that is the figure. He comes with so much stuff, and he comes with a ton of articulation. You can put him into some crazy poses and get some really nice shots out of him. I will be taking some pictures, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the review. He's an awesome figure, and yeah, I'm really glad that I have him in my collection. So thanks for watching. Check out the photos and stay tuned for my next video, hopefully.